Okay, everybody, welcome. It's lovely to see you back for another Immortals class. Let's take right hand in a fist, left hand straight, pulling back the thumb, feet together, hands together, and we press forwards. Lovely. Let's start with a sequence called Jade Maiden Holds Pearl. This is my own choreography, but basically it's a mashup of various traditional Tai Chi moves. We're going to start to one side of your space, and if you don't have much space at all, you can leave out the steps and just pace on the spot. But otherwise it takes 3 steps to each side. So we're going to start with feet together, lengthening up through the top of the head, the chin slightly down and back. Let's take a few deep breaths and calm, allowing ourselves to arrive on our spot here and now. And lengthening the fingers down, release belly, hips, knees. We open to the left, into center. So we start with raising the water, floating up to shoulder height. On the in-breath, release, relax down. And we could just do one of these, but I'm throwing in 3. And let's just do a few more as we're warming up, just to get used to the movement. You'll see this commonly at the beginning of many Tai Chi forms, floating up and releasing, relaxing down. Feel to the fingertips. Feel to the center. One more time. Good. And now let's roll some pastry. So we have a slight triangle shape. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Roll and release. So as we roll the hands forwards, notice we have this sort of triangulation thing going on. We're filling the backwards at the same time. So a feeling of expanding in every direction and releasing. Good. We're going to take that motion and add a turning of the waist. So we turn to the corner, we expand and roll around to the opposite corner and release and come in. And we do that. In the form, we do it 3 times. Let's do a few more. With this movement, we can think of a ball between our hands and the floor, and you can feel the surface of the floor. Good. All right, now we add a step. So as we expand to the right, we step left and come in, 2. And on the 3rd step, we're stepping with the heel. We turn on the heel, turning the toe out and come through center, step forwards, front foot pointing forwards. Now we do our sunshine fills the halls movement. Forwards and up over the front foot, back and down over the back foot, keeping the body upright. And breathe. Good. And now we throw the ball to screen. So the right leg is forward, so the right hand is forwards, the left hand should be level with the elbow. Catch the ball and roll it back and repeat. Throw, catch, and roll back. Throw, catch, and roll back. So this is Lu. Roll back or smooth down. Throw, catch, roll back, turn, throw, catch, roll back. Good. One more. And we scoop the backhand underneath and forwards to hold the ball, to hold the pearl. The other hand, your right hand is at the back facing, so you're holding the ball from front and back. And release, feed the weight back, left hand down, step back and open for old cat washes its face. So this is like a variation on old cat washes its face in the 24. But instead I have the hands sliding down the center line rather than coming across to the elbow. So we're breathing and calming. This is a little recovery move. You can notice your heart rate, your breathing. And then when you're ready, we go again. Ready? We'll go into raising the water, float up and relax down. Let's do 3. Now you get the idea. And now rolling the ball and coming in, 2 and 3. And we add the steps, 1, 2. On the third step, stepping on the heel, we turn on the heel and step through center and forwards. Sunshine fills the holes. 2, 3, and we throw the ball to screen. Now it's your left arm extending forwards and come back. 2, throw catch, and 3, throw catch. The backhand scoops underneath to collect and hold the ball. Good, we feed the weight back and come back, patting down. So you've got it. That's Jade Maiden holds pearl. Originally, it was slightly different, maybe slightly more complex. I'd like to do that with you because this is an advanced group. So we're going to go again. We're going to start with raising the water, floating up and relax down. This is the same. 2 and 3. And let's roll the pastry. It's the same. 1, 2, and 3. Now, instead of rolling a ball, I want you to think of scooping around a bowl. So the palms facing in as you scoop around the bowl. Good. And now adding the step in the same way, scoop around, scoop around, turning on the heel as you scoop and step. Now, like a swimming dragon, trail the fingers behind rather than holding the ball. You're swimming through the air. Good. Throw the ball, catch, and bring it back. This is the same. Throw the ball, catch, and bring it back. Throw, catch, bring it back, and scoop to hold your ball. Feed the weight back, step back, old cat washes its face. So there you have 2 versions of the form, very similar, slightly different. Good, let's do it one more time to the other side. Ready? We're going to start with raising the water. Good, now roll pastry. Scoop around the bowl. Stepping, scooping. Turning on the heel, step forwards, swimming dragon. Throw the ball, catch, and bring it back. 2 and 3. Scoop underneath to hold your ball and feed it back. Old cat washes its face. I like to just keep going with the old cat as you notice your breathing, your heart rate calming, settling down. Let's take a deep breath, lift and relax. 2 and 3. Holding your breath at the top, press the fingers into the sky, the toes down into the earth. Think of sealing in your good energy and release, relax down. Feeling into your center, breathing into center. And close. Very good. So that's Jade Maiden Holds Pearl. And as I say, I designed it really for beginners to get people moving. You may notice there's a lot of standing around in Tai Chi, especially in the early stages of learning, just standing, listening, trying to work things out. And I wanted to get people moving because everybody wants to look like the folks in the park in China doing their slow motion movements. So that was my effort to just get people moving. If there's any questions about that or comments, do jump in. But otherwise, shall we go through the Phoenix once and then on to, well, see if you want to do that a few times, or then we can go on to the Immortals. All right, so let's come over to our right-hand side. Lengthening up through the top of the head. We'll just take it nice and gently. Treat this as further warm up. Relax, don't worry if it's not perfect, it's fine. Calming down. Let's lengthen the fingers down. And we'll begin. Good. Okay, perfect actually for small room or a small space, the Phoenix you can do pretty much on a postage stamp, especially if you leave out the steps to the side and back at the end. So can I have a show of hands, please, if you would like to do the Phoenix a further 2 times? Thumbs up. There's definitely one. Okay, everybody. All right. So ish. See, one's like, yeah, kind of. Okay, well, let's just go through twice more. We'll not sort of labor it. We'll just go twice through more, and then we'll get on to our immortals and see what we can do with that. Okay, are we ready? Nice and gentle. Check posture. Let's take a wee second and calm down. Let's lengthen the fingers down. And let's begin. Good. You may notice I close left there. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Either way. If you want a wee break for a moment, if you want a sip of water, go ahead. And we'll do our third round. Good stuff. Okay. That was a lovely big slurp I took there. All right. One more time, please, through the Phoenix form. I'd like you to focus on expression of movement and relaxation. Let your movements flow. That doesn't mean that you have to rush, but where you're holding a pose, think of relaxing and expanding into it as opposed to holding it. Make it a performance just for you, a pleasure rather than a chore, and see how much better it works when you think of it in those terms. Okay, ready? Check posture. Calming down. Pointing the fingers to the floor. And begin. Very good. Whew, and take a breath. So a phrase comes to mind. Actually, it was one of my mum's heroes in her dancing career, who came out with this expression, controlled abandon. So when we try to express ourselves, when we try to let go into self-expression and the flow of movement within Tai Chi or dance or whatever it is we're doing, we want to let go, but within letting go, we are still in control. It doesn't mean just kind of flopping around. And I see that quite often when I say in that first movement, you know, you expand and then you release, let go of the back foot, and you see people kind of going, woo, and they fly off their center because they're literally letting go. What we want to do is keep our structure and let go within that so that we keep our control. We're releasing and the body is doing its thing, but we're guiding it. We're not just letting it do its thing completely. So this is yin and yang. We want controlled abandon. We don't just want to let go altogether and then we lose cohesion, we lose structure. You see that as a Tai Chi teacher, you see the difference between a complete beginner and someone who's been doing Tai Chi for a while, because the beginner has no structure. They're all over the shop. They don't have this sense of the body behaving as a structural mechanism. Whereas even beginners who've been doing it for a few weeks, you start to see that they have this concept of the center column releasing and expanding, and that there is a bit of control. So have a play with that. There is a kind of knife edge that if you go too far letting go, you lose all control and you feel unstable. But if you're just inside that edge, then you feel this lovely freedom I'm still working on it within the qua, this freedom. There's a freedom of movement, but yet you're steering it, you're guiding it. You're not just letting it scoot out of control. Okay, so let's move on from Phoenix and we'll have a look at our Immortals form. Now, some of you are in quite neat spaces today. I think even this form, even the Immortals form, is relatively compact. There's just that sidestepping bit, the Beyond Shadow section that I always seem to run out of space, even when I'm in our big kitchen back home. So, so just adjust as necessary. If you want to leave out turns and steps, you can. But remember, which foot is forward does matter. So if you're leaving out a step, just make sure you can step back to step forward kind of thing, as opposed to just leaving the foot there. But you'll work it out. Okay, so let's go through the Immortals form. And remember, it begins with the left hand, your left hand scooping under. So I get called out sometimes. I find myself going, okay, let's do a form, and I get the wrong opening move and I'm thrown. So this one is the opposite to the Phoenix. Let's check posture. You'll need a little bit of room on your right. Calming down. Let's lengthen the fingers down. And let's begin. We scoop. Left hand under. Expand, heel, step. Emerging dragon. Immortal lifts mountain. Dragon into the ocean. Dragon tiger confrontation. Flying dragon. Keeping it close to your head if you need to. And step back. Taming the flood. Left shoulder back. Left toes in. Immortals crossing the sea. Bending flower stalk. It's a bit slow to tell you that one. Keep going. Casting the fishing line. Just do what you can, please. Leaping over the ocean. Beyond shadow. And again, I need more space, so I'm going to take it and come in. Immortal couple. So we turn to face the back, right hand hooks and step left. Flip the toes, left hand hook, follow right, feed the weight back, right hand hooks, and lift. We're going to step to the 6 o'clock, circle through center to the 9 o'clock, bring the back foot through, step down to 6, keep circling, palm facing in. Keep circling. Left lifts and step. Gather and step through. I need more space. I'm going to take it. And you can balance or jump. Immortal Sacred Sword, make fists. Feed it into the right. Step down. Come in and out. Strike a pose and close. The way descending. And close left. Excellent. Good. So that is our Immortals form. And we've still got a good half hour, isn't that right? Yes, 10:30. Good. Okay, any questions or things you want to point out? No. See, if you ask a question, everybody gets a rest. No? Okay, let's do it again then. Up you get. You're brave lot. Okay, are we ready? Check posture. Calming down. Stretch the fingers to the floor. And we'll begin. I need more space. And stepping left, turn left hand in hook, right hand in hook, weight back. So we step towards the front, 6 o'clock, through center, 9 o'clock, kick, down to 6, keep circling. Keep circling. And if you want to jump, I'm not really jumping, but you get the mechanism. Check posture, calming down, releasing towards the center of the earth, and close. Whoops, left. Good. Good. So I don't know about you, I feel like I'm getting quite the workout. That's good. Yeah, you notice the Phoenix opens, scooping with the right hand and steps left. The Immortals scoops with the left hand and steps right. At the end of the Phoenix form, we close right. At the end of the Immortals form, we close left. So it's quite complementary, shall we say. It's quite nice to do one and then the other. Just keeps that neural plasticity, and it also helps us to differentiate between the two forms, that not everything is the same. Excuse me while I blow my nose for a second. Okay, so any questions? No? All right, up you get, we'll do it again. This is my sneaky way of trying to get you to ask questions, but it's not working. All right, yeah. So pick your theme. Maybe you want to make it more fluid. Maybe you want to focus on weight transference. Maybe you even want to focus on this idea of floating the top of your head up. What I did in the first class, over one set, I showed them this concept we call Diw Ding in Chinese, which means don't lose your hat. And so I did an entire round of the Phoenix with a cushion balancing on my head. And this is actually a wushu technique that you can apply. And the idea is that by balancing something on your head, it forces you to pay more attention to that lengthening up. But if you do that practice, you have to be careful also that you're not adding tension. We want to lengthen up, but from that top point, release and relax down so that we can do our movements. So that's maybe something that you might have a play with. In fact, do you have a cushion there? Yes, Claire. You have a question?
Sorry, I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you have a cushion handy, you can have a go at it now. What I would say, don't use a book, don't use anything hard. I mean, of course, the Chinese love to push the boat out. No pun intended, we've got someone on a boat in class at the moment. But, you know, I've seen people using a bowl with water filled to the brim, and they don't want to spill a drop, that kind of thing. But that's very advanced, and it's also that little bit more of a health and safety issue. Whereas if you're using a cushion, if it falls, no harm done. It's a bit of fun. So this is Diw Ding practice. Do not lose your hat. There's a poem in Tai Chi. A lot of the information was passed down through the generations through poetry because people were illiterate. I'll just quickly tell you about this. So this poem is about Peng Lu Jian. So it's the tiger, dragon tiger confrontation. So Peng Lu Jian, Xu Yin Jin, Xiang Sa, Xiang Sui, Ren Nan Jing, Ren Ta Ju Li Lai Da Wo, Qian Zhong, Su Liang Bo Chen Jing, Yan Jing Lou Gong He Ji Chu, Zan Yan Lian Sui, Bu Diw Ding. So the last statement is don't lose your hat. The rest of it talks about Peng Lu Jian is very important from east to west. It's all the same. A little bit of force can throw a huge amount, can shift a lot of force. And if somebody comes to push me, I can fight them off, all this kind of thing. But it's basically giving you the understanding of certain elements of Tai Chi being very important. And the thought that it's left with in that poetry is do not lose your hat. So it doesn't mean literally, where did my hat go? It means keep the top of your head floating up at all times, because that maintains the alignment, the structure, you can release from that point. As soon as you cut the thread, your whole structure collapses and the energy can't flow and the strength goes away. So if you have a pillow, whoops, now is your time. If not, you can imagine that you have a pillow there, or you can just, well done. Yes, good. Lovely. All right, so let's give it a go. And you probably find this will slow us down for concentration. If it falls, guys, it's not the end of the world. So we'll try it. Ready? Check posture. And let's take a few moments to concentrate on releasing and relaxing down through the body. Okay, and let's lengthen the fingers down. Let's begin. So we scoop. Left hand under. Expand, heel out and step. Emerging dragon. Lifting the mountain. Dragon into the ocean. Luigi An. Dragon Tiger confrontation. Flying dragon. No cheating. Good. Left shoulder back. Taming the flood. Immortals crossing the sea. Bending the floor stalk. Casting the fishing line. Leaping over the ocean. Whoop! There it goes. Ah, nearly did it. Darn it. Keep going. Beyond shadow. And as always, I need more space. Ready? Wait. Sorry. Can we go again? Half step in. And circle. Okay, turning to face the back for 2 immortals. Right hand hooks. Step left. Left hand hooks. Follow right. Right hand hooks. Feeding the weight back. For immortal fishing toad, we step towards the front. Circle the arms. Step to 9. Spin kick. Step down. Darn it, nearly. Good. Keep going. Circle and kick. Circle and up. Step down and through. I need more space. We cross. I'm going to do a balance. I'm not going to try and do a jump kick with hat and down. And step. Immortals Sacred Sword. Let's see if we can do it. Nope. Got to work on that. And down. And in. And back. And take a breath. Check posture. So yes, the top of the head is up, is the rest of the body hanging and releasing down, and then close. Well done. Now you can take your hat off. So close. The spins are a difficult one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, to keep your hat while there's centrifugal force going on.
I love that, Jane. I thought that was brilliant because my balance was better even than mine.
It is. It's a bit
Brilliant,
of
but
fun.
it's better.
And it kind of reminds us, doesn't it, to have a bit of fun and to relax a bit into it and not be so kind of controlling and still. And of course, it is controlled abandon. This is what we want. We want to have fun. We want to sort of push ourselves, but at the same time, you know, we're actually improving our practice as we do it. So if you do that, make sure that you are releasing and relaxing the rest of the body rather than going like this. I must not lose my hat. That's not what it's about. Cool. Okay.
An interesting, interesting practice. Yeah.
Thank you. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's an ancient concept, but they wouldn't necessarily put an object on your head, but you think of an object. But actually, it's easier to just put something up there, isn't it? That sort of focuses the mind. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, one more time, folks, and then a cup of tea. Off you get. Okay, I'll just pop you on mute just for any unexpected noises. All right, so this time I just want you to do it for the sheer joy of movement. Enjoy, relax, see what happens. Ready? Calming down. Press the fingers down. And I need space. Take space. And right hand in hook, step left, left hand in hook, turn, right hand in hook, and step towards the front, to the side. Excellent, very well done. Look at that, and we have 5 minutes for a warm down. So I'd like you to come into your space, please, and just in horse stance, shoulder width, we lengthen up through the top of the head. And as if we had our cushion on our head, we're going to feel that lightness, the memory of the cushion, if you like, and feel the rest of the body hanging, draping, releasing down. So we're standing, listening, feeling, letting go, letting all of the structures release down towards the center of the earth. You should almost feel like toffee melting. The whole body is lengthening down as you're suspended from the top. Feel down through your body, down through your legs, into the feet, into the floor. Let's gently guide the hands in to cover center. If you find you've bent your knees a lot, that's not necessary for a warm down. You can gently float the top of the head up a little bit more and just keep the knees off the lock. With your elbows gently wrapped around you, we're going to listen to the heart rate, to the breathing, to the circulation of energy. And with each out breath, allow the breath to sink a little bit lower and a little bit lower, so that you're breathing as if directly in and out of your belly, in and out of your center. Think of that whole lower belly as a field of soft light. With each breath, you're enriching it. Gently guide your awareness, sifting through that field of soft light to find the point at the very center, literally like a pinpoint of light, bright light. Feel into that point. You may notice straight away a feeling of warmth. You keep focusing on that pinpoint of light in the center of your belly. Feel your energy is stronger. And smile. Well done, everyone. Release your arms gently down. Easing from your stance. You have worked so hard today. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's a bit of fun. I like to have fun. Why are we doing this if not for fun? Fun is a key, is a huge doorway to health. And it is very much at the heart of Tai Chi. We don't practice Tai Chi, we play Tai Chi. So I hope you enjoyed playing with me today. Let's take right hand and fist, please. Left hand straight together and press forwards. Please have yourself a lovely hot drink. Maybe walk around for a bit to further warm down and relax yourself. Have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next time.